group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Spartans will kick it away first. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Michigan's offense will get the first crack at it here. A state divided. They started playing for the Paul Bunyan Trophy, the big wooden lumberjack, back in the early 50s when Sparty joined the Big Ten.
And it's so nice to have you, Reese, to have all those data from when you were in high school and when you were in college back in the 50s. And you know the records so well of these games, but it matters. And their comments fly week to week for these guys. Michigan State. And it is intense, and the hatred runs deep.
Can you just imagine Reese riding to school in his Ford Model T back in the day? How nice that would have been, just putting along, getting to school, making sure all his homework's done, just looking like the man on campus. I'll tell you, there's a lot of familiarity in this game. A lot of these high school players grew up playing with or against each other, so it just adds an extra layer to this rivalry.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. The Wolverines often look at this rivalry as their birthright to win, and boy, did they put the hammer down in a blowout last year.
Yeah, and you heard a lot of hail to the victors, and you heard a lot about little brother, and a lot of shots throughout this last year about how Michigan is the program in the state. They are the brand, and Michigan State has heard that, Palmer, a ton.
And that's just been a narrative that we've heard throughout the years, too, and it's something that people love talking about in Ann Arbor, is that they are the dominant team. And it's not even close in a in-state rival. Michigan State's got to do something to flip the script. If they want their program to reach the consistency that Michigan has, they've got to recruit better. And a big way in doing that is winning this game.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Spartans' offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game? The head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see.
A hand to the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Feeling some heat. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Marsh. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Off the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Quarterback moving. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football. They're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack. They try to slow this momentum down.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Spartans! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan State, 7. Michigan, 0.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Here's the handoff. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. He's got an open man. He's loose. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And it's up and good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Kentucky may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take the dub away from Kroger Field every time. The Cats have been racking up road wins since the Bear Bryant days, and they'll get another one today. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. The play action fake. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Pressure coming. Got his man downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your...
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense set for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Snagged on the outside. It's Cleescorn. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. And that falls incomplete as they tried to wrap up the first quarter with a bang, but the incomplete pass takes us to the second quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Looking left. Makes the grab. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They move the tight end all over. The aerial assault continues. Got it in the middle. It's Cleescorn. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're going into defense because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Got it behind the line. It's Parachek.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Runs through a tackle. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Let's see what they do here on third and short from the 41. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Spartans will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Spartans send out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. On the ground, it's Marshall. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Through the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's Marshall.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the pack.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. And you think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points and start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to get to him. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Makes a grab over the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll go to the air. Coming after it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. Didn't make him sweat it all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, it's one thing to have a rivalry game, but when you have 2 longtime foes separated by 65 miles battling for a prize like the Paul Bunyan Trophy, you know emotions tend to run high. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
And it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in those record books.
Quick completion to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
And the Spartans will punt it away on fourth down. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it up right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Looking for room. It's Marshall. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. With the catch, it's Morgan. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the change for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Ball State is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that hasn't been stopped since that group stepped off the bus.
Power football with the run. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off play action. Finds the tight end. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. On target to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving his guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop him.
Makes the grab. It's Parachek. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Spartans are in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Nice move to keep moving. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan State. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Sparty. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. Touchdown, Spartans. The defense takes matters into their own hands. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Oh, it's a reverse. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. He's got it! Touchdown, Michigan! They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football, he caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Bowles his way forward. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Grabbed in the middle. It's Parachek. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. He's got it on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This offense has a second down play. Using his legs, it's Frazier. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Spartans come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job by the quarterback over the last possession.
On second down, looking again to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. They keep attacking through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
The Spartans will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They'll leave it with him. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Gonna run it. It's Marshall.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third down, going up top. A little screen to the running back. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. They'll try to run it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Field goal is good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Gets it to the back. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on 3rd. Snagged in the middle. It's Marsh. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Fires to the big fella. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. He wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Shows him the stiff arm. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost them.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Offense set on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Here's a throw downfield late. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Deep into the 4th quarter of this game, down by 6, they'll have to go for it on 4th down. It's complete to the right. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.